In the silence of the universe, time presses forward. Atoms collide, stars are born, and waves ripple across vast stretches of emptiness. In all of it, there is one rule no one escapes: time never runs in reverse. It is not something you question as you go about life. You grow up, not down. You remember your childhood, but not your future. A shattered glass never leaps back together. The sun rises after night, not before. These are all obvious, so obvious they feel like laws etched into reality. But here is the unsettling truth: the deepest equations of physics do not care about direction. The formulas that govern gravity, electromagnetism, and quantum mechanics work perfectly well if you reverse the clock. In theory, the universe could run backward and those equations would not notice. So why, then, does time feel like a one-way street for centuries? Scientists puzzled over this. Until one day, a man named Ludwig Boltzmann proposed a radical idea. Maybe time moves forward not because of some deep law, but because of something far more mundane: statistics. Imagine a deck of cards shuffled once, twice, 100 times. It tends toward chaos. Perfect order becomes unlikely, even though nothing prevents it. Now take that same logic and scale it up. Boltzmann argued that the universe behaves this way too. Left alone, things go from order to disorder. This tendency is what we call entropy, and it only goes one way. That was the beginning of an answer. But not the end. Entropy is why hot coffee cools down and never heats itself back up. Why eggs break and never unbreak. Why smoke disperses and never regathers in a neat spiral. The particles involved can move in any direction. But together, the odds overwhelmingly favor mess over order. It is not impossible to reverse, just unimaginably unlikely. Yet the mystery deepens. Why was the universe ever ordered enough to begin with if everything tends toward chaos? How did it all begin in such a low entropy state? The early universe was smooth. So smooth, in fact, that its matter and energy were spread nearly evenly. That is a rare and finely tuned arrangement. It is like tossing a trillion dice and having them all land on the same number. That cosmic fluke set everything in motion. Ever since, entropy has been increasing. That growth of disorder gives us time's arrow. Without it, there would be no past or future, only a blur of events with no sequence. But how does this connect to our daily lives? Look at your own mind. You remember the past, not the future. Why? The brain stores records. It holds on to patterns left by previous events. A memory is a physical structure, a fingerprint of what has already happened. But to store a future would mean predicting an outcome not yet determined. Entropy has not yet done its work. So memories only form in one direction. Your heart beats forward. Your cells age. You make decisions and cannot unmake them. All of this rides the wave of entropy. Even in quantum mechanics, the realm of the strange and unpredictable, particles can go backward and forward in theory. But when you observe them, the measurement collapses the possibilities into a single direction. The moment of observation adds information. That, too, increases entropy. That, too, fixes time's path. You might ask, what about time travel? There are theories, closed time loops, wormholes, exotic matter. Some of them are permitted by the math. But every serious attempt to build such systems runs into the same wall. They violate causality. Or they require conditions so extreme they would unravel the universe around them. The laws allow many things. Reality enforces another. Reversing time, even locally, means undoing an astronomical number of interactions. The farther back you go, the more precise your reversal must be. Miss a single atom and the sequence collapses. It is like rewinding a forest fire by unburning every single leaf, one by one, in exact order. Now step back and look at the big picture. The reason time moves forward is not because the universe forbids reversal. It is because the universe started in a condition that makes reversal absurdly unlikely. Every passing moment is a consequence of a beginning that chose, or was forced into, a particular state. One with low entropy, one that had room to rise. That is why galaxies spin. Why ice melts. Why you remember yesterday and not tomorrow. It is not destiny. It is not magic. It is a cascade of improbability, where the odds pile up so high in one direction that all others become invisible. And the deeper you go, the more profound it becomes. Because this forward march is not only how the universe works, it is how you exist. You are a story written by entropy. A collection of atoms arranged in just the right way to think, to feel, to perceive time passing. Without the arrow, there is no you. No change. No experience. No meaning. You are not simply riding time. You are built by it. And that is why time only moves forward. Not because it must. But because it began that way, and because everything that follows never had a better choice. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing content.